Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of The 12-Sided Man. I'm going to try to bring some comedy into this one. You know, it can be pretty funny, but there might be some sadness and darkness as well. This is actually a take 2. I tried to do this last night, but it didn't properly record, so I get to do it again. Is my laugh track loud enough? I hope so. So thanks so much for your time and sharing these memories with me. First off, I want to say Happy Pride, y'all. It's Pride Month, but we should be proud all year round. It's not a June thing, it's a year thing. It's around Father's Day. I don't understand the history of that, but I'm actually trying to push all the alphabet, the LGBTQ plus TIA, into the Q, which is for queer. I identify as queer out of all the ones that I'm given the choice. Is probably the closest one. I can get into why gay is not perfect, why bisexual is not perfect, etc. So at the same time that I'm trying to push us all into Q, like how much more do we have to splinter our identities? Like we don't even need the Q. Like it should be a K for queer, KW. Like Q is not a necessary letter to our alphabet. I talked about this in other episodes, and neither is C, because we could do an S, we could do a K instead. So we don't really need 26 letters. I don't know how it got to this, but here we are with English. What a messed up language. It is all over the place. Pronunciation is absurd. Prefiero español, es tan predicable, so predictable. So obviously, I'm a hoarder still. My background hasn't changed much through the years. It also hasn't grown that much. So I want to talk also about stuff and hoarding. But before we do that, one of my next favorite things about going into language is how do you pronounce stuff. So it's called phonemes with a PH, not an F, denotations of words. What do they actually mean? So I was asked recently to come up with funny names that mean something else that's appropriate for children. And obviously the best one is Seymour Butts, and that was too much for the dad. He's like, no, that's too much. Butts. You see some butts on the beach. Get your butts in the seat. It's Seymour Butts. There's other ones that Mr. Hunt, Mr. Michael, or Mike. You finish the name. Mr. Hunt, paging Mr. Hunt. Also, how do we pronounce some of these words like data or data? I like both. Depends on my mood. Depends what's around it. Then we have the best one, pecan. It's pecan, and pecan. Did I say them all? Alright, another thing I have an issue with is an acronym. It's the GOAT. They're the greatest of all time. It doesn't make sense. A GOAT of all time. Like, you were alive in 3000 BC Egypt. Like, you know that this person can jump higher of all time. Like Carl Lewis. This is a totally different show than I did last night. I love improv. Yeah, I didn't mention Carl Lewis yesterday, so surprise. Is he the best long jumper? Is he the GOAT? I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not, whatever. It should just be G, the greatest. That would possibly work. Oh. So, since it's Pride Month, I'm going through all my colors of the rainbow. The rainbow belongs to all of us. Ooh, I love this shirt. I wear it a lot. As you see, I'm showing you my athletic wear hoard. So I couldn't even get these on, but there's this beauty from Argentina. Quilmes is the national beer. It's like Coors Light, but costs less because of currency in crises in Argentina. It's perpetual. Another one of my favorites, foosball. I wear this one all the time. These are all my sporty wares. Now, this one I don't wear that often, but I'm just a hoarder, and it was like on sale or something. And I travel a lot, so I have travel memories. But I don't even remember where I got this. It could have been Spain, it could have been Italy. I don't even know. Australia. I just shop and see a good deal, and I want to buy it. This one doesn't even fit. See, I broke the neck right here. It's complicated, though. I do love it, and I still wear it with a broken neck. It's sexy, and it fits me pretty well, but I am also growing. sideways. So some of them are not fitting as well anymore, but some of them are fitting better. This one makes me look so buff. It's like the shirt made for the dad bod. But I'm working on that. I went to the gym today. That's all I have from that horde. Oh, I am literally suffocating in my stuff. It's my stuff. Why? Alright. Is that better? So much. So, am I done with the phonemes and definitions? Alright, so the word come. That can mean so many things. Come on over. Well, you know, in pop songs, how did they get away with the meaning of that? Like, in Dave Matthews Band, Crash, come into me, I'm bare-boned and ready for you. Come, just play that on the radio. Like, that's okay. But me saying, shit, no, that's just too much. Can't say shit, but you can say come into me or come into you, and I'm bare-boning you, apparently. And Maroon 5 does it again with In This Love, keep it coming every night. Like, yeah, it's coming over. It's not orgasming. Give me a break. So, rules and prohibitions on words. I'm not even going to go into the R word because retardando is an amazing word and it means a lot of things. I've never used it to slur a person except for myself because I can be kind of retarded sometimes. Oh, this one is so bright. It's a really nice shirt. Leave your comments. Post in the comments. You like this one? Should I wear it out? This watermelon color? It's really nice, but I never wear it. I don't need that much attention for my clothing. I'm just waiting for this horde to fall over. Or you can just see that I'm a drink hoarder too, and we'll talk about that soon. What does it mean to be a drink hoarder? I am not a nicotine hoarder. I'm just addicted. I couldn't help it. I was born into a smoke-filled house. It was smoky all day until I was 12. I was subjected to nicotine, so these should be decriminalized indoors because they don't smell like anything. I have to say, I'm Jewish, I'm queer. Discrimination. What's the most discriminated group? This is not a comedy element. Is it the blacks? Is it women? Is it Asians? Is it queers? Is it the Jews? The actual, in my opinion, most discriminated group is smokers. And I haven't actually bought a cigarette. Give me a little credit. I haven't bought a pack for almost 3 years. I've had maybe 25 cigarettes over that same time. So, not everything about the 12-Sided Man is comedy. Some of it's a little heavy. Because in the theme of Pride Week, I am going to bring up the Battle of Scott. There's a Battle of Puebla. There's a Battle of Bunker Hill. I love studying history and battles, but the Battle of Scott is a really interesting thing that only happened to me. So I have vows with gods. When I was 28, I vowed to Athena and Pan, my two patron gods, to bring me happiness whether or not I was alone. However, let's go back even further about my philosophy with gods. Are they here? Are they interfering? Is it a fiction? Is it fantasy? Is it real life? I don't know if these gods are actually interacting with me or not. Back in age 8, I believe, it might have been early 9, I got into hoarding very early, comic books, very poorly understood as a child, and I loved Lord of the Rings, this fantasy world where I can pretend all these amazing, deep, meaningful friendships were already happening, and I had a great childhood, and it has nothing to do with that, but I first came across Mephisto. Mephisto is a deal maker, and he's in Marvel Comics, and he's like Satan and Beelzebub. They all have many names. These gods have multiple names, including Athena and Pan. It's Bacchus and Diana. I don't even know. Don't quote me on this. My mythology is pretty solid, but I'm getting a little tipsy. So I was once possessed by Satan, and this is the image I got of him. It's drawn by him, and if you look, they're actually not that different. So I made a deal with Mephisto when I was 8 years old, apparently. I thought it was a comic book character, but the devil comes after children too. So, I saw a lot of my grandparents in their 60s, and they were limping and having so many health problems, and I said, just Mephisto, give me 40 good years, just 40, and then I can be done with it. That's the deal I made. I didn't realize it. That probably actually was a deal that was made. So the Battle of Scott was a hallucination, or not. I don't know if the gods actually had a battle in my head. So Mephisto comes for me last year. I'm 42. At that time I was 42. Now I'm 43. Like, in my head I stopped breathing. I was like, and Mephisto's there in my head, just waiting to take my soul to the last breath. And in those 30 seconds, my patron gods Athena and Pan show up, and Pan is kind of in Mephisto's pocket. He's already been bought out, and I don't fully understand my deism of Pan and what it means to be a Pan worshiper. I thought it meant having a lot of fun and partying all the time, but there's some overlap with Dionysus and some of that hedonism of like enjoying the senses and experiences. I've always valued, like, use your body, enjoy it, like eat that ice cream, whatever. I'm not gonna get X-rated here, but use that body. Okay. Oh geez, what's next? I'm ripping my shirts as I go through my horde. They're so old. They're like, the shirt's like 19 years old. I think I've worn it twice. This one's a little nicer, and I've worn it maybe 4 times. Ugh. So, thank you so much, audience. Thank you. Yeah, I'm jumping all over the place. Battle of Scott. In those 30 seconds, Pan fails, and then Athena's like, I'm gonna get you, and she's like dueling Mephisto, like, you can't have his soul. He's under my protection. And she takes her sword and she goes straight into Mephisto. And there's all these fantastical colors swirling around in this hallucination, and it shatters his body. Mephisto starts cackling. You think a sword can kill me? Ha ha ha! And comes after me in the last like 3 or 4 seconds. Yahweh, Jehovah, the Jewish God, the God of the Bible, comes in with a big purple fluffy coat and just stands in the way and blocks Mephisto and says, he's under my protection now. And ever since then, over the last year, I've tried to be the best Jew I can. I'm honoring Hashem as much I can. I've been lighting Shabbat candles. I'm trying to live an honest Jewish life, follow the rules, follow the commandments a whole lot closer. I still love Pan, I still love Athena, but I really need to focus on the protection of God, like the God. He can save me from Mephisto, at least stave him off. If I really get judged from a deal I made when I was 8, there's nothing I can do. Just let me honor my father and mother and outlive my parents. That's all I'm hoping for. And then I'll renegotiate you with you, Mephisto, if you really want me alive or if you want me dead. You know, there's a lot of reasons to keep me alive, you know. There's all sorts of reasons behind evil and convolution that I don't even understand. So, Yahweh protects me. I don't die. I get married. Yay, happy pride. I eloped to Norway. My ring I wear on my right hand because I'm a lefty and I don't like holding a pen with a ring on. I don't like jewelry that much. This one's really special. It's not valuable, but it was given on this finger in Norway last July 21st. Happy anniversary to me coming up. All right, that's a lot that I have about pride. Oh, no offense. Oh, no offense. I just don't think gays should be married. No offense. I don't like you. That's always offensive. It's the worst thing. No offense is a biased person trying not to get in trouble for being biased. Nobody says no offense unless they're biased. Piss me off. Okay. Now am I there? I'm such a hoarder that I don't even know what all my jokes are. I couldn't even organize writing this. here's my horde of jokes that I haven't told yet, which is tons of them written on fragments of paper, the backs. I try to cross them off. Trying to work through some of these jokes, or just commentaries. Not all of them are funny, but hopefully most of them are. And next we have cocktail. Let's have a cocktail. I love cocktails. Are you gonna have an? I'm gonna have a mocktail. Yes, great, because not everybody should be drinking a lot. That's part of Pan. It's ironic that Dionysus is actually the Greek god of drinking. However, he's not allowed to drink himself. So I never worshipped him. Pan gets to dance around naked and have sex. So I took the sex over the drinking. So why is this my pagan? Why am I drinking so much anyways? And we'll talk more about the horde as it carries on. So, not only am I a physical hoarder with my stuff, like I said, I'm suffocating in my own hoard. I'm also a virtual hoarder. I have just lists and documents and Excel files of like thousands of people. I literally can't get this shirt off without standing up. I had this shirt on in a totally different order last night because I just randomized it again. Yeah, I did this last night, and it didn't save properly, so I really hope this works, or I'm going to be complaining about my third take, because I like going in one run. You know, mistakes and all. Improvisation's really fun. Okay. Mental clutter, I have cans, bottles, so part of the hoard is, like, memories. These bottles I won come with this swag here. It's all like alcohol related. I wanted a bingo though, and it's like, except for this, because I'm gonna be bad and show you how bad of a hoarder I am. This is whiskey. It's my favorite alcohol. I add plus 0.2 to my hoard of how many drinks I've ever drank. I'm just collecting drinking statistics. It's absurd, and it's like, is the drinking the problem? Is the hoarding the problem? And I realized. I'm making a lot of steps in reframing. I joined Reframe. I actually went to a Reframe meeting today, and it was very sad for me to have put it off for 10 years. It's only the first meeting I've been to in 10 years to address my issues with drinking. It's not terribly funny, but thank you, Laugh Track, and the skeleton of why I'm doing this to make me chuckle at least about why I got sad. I just hoard memories and ideas and experiences. This shirt, first off, is cool. It stands out, it's sporty, makes me feel young. And there was only like 30 of these ever made. SEC was called Southwest Early College. They don't exist anymore. I actually got in trouble for taking this shirt after my position had been, removed from the roster. Yeah, I was let go because they were like, we're going to outsource Spanish, and goodbye, no more Spanish teacher. And they were like, bring back the shirt. And I was like, make me. Yeah, Happy Pride. This one is orange. Isn't it so orange? I actually kind of like it, but I never wear it. How many shirts can you wear? Am I going to do 10 costume changes a day to get through my sporty wear? I still can't breathe very well. Last night, the order was very different of the shirts, and it wasn't as hard to get them off. So, surprise, suffocating in my own hoard. Oh, this is the problem. It's this Lotto shirt. I do like it. It's really tight-fitting, and now that I have a dad bod, I'm not sure I can use it that well. What do y'all think? Okay. I can finally breathe a little more, so let's pollute that immediately with some vapor, with nicotine infusion and glycerol. It smells like cotton candy, people. Just tolerate it indoors. A lot of businesses have looked the other way. It's not legal, but it's like, speakeasy, it's decriminalized. Sure, it's not legal, but being a smoker, smokers are the most discriminated group. They're put in these tiny little rectangles. Coors Field, are you kidding me? I had to crawl across the entire stadium to the tiniest rectangle to legally vape. And it doesn't even smell like anything, and it's cheaper too, by the way. And my cough kind of goes away, and it doesn't work for everybody, but those who actually have cigarettes, I have smoked over 100,000 cigarettes in my life at least. I don't even know. Clove cigarettes, a few cigars. Not too many brands, not too much variety. And I used to love tobacco, and once a month or so I'll buy a cigarette. They're like $1 for, $20 a pack, 20 cigarettes. Once a month or so I'll just be like, I want to smoke tobacco. I love smoking. I love smoking matches, campfires. I mean, as a kid I wasn't smoking, but I sure was excited to light a fireplace with logs and have that burnt smell. It's even in kitchens, it's like I love smoking food. I love smoking, and it doesn't matter. Turkey, smoked turkey, ooh, and some Gouda, so Gouda. I know, 12-sided man, and they're going in every direction. And the more I drink, the worse it gets. And so much of my hoarding has to do with loneliness. Why I started collecting these things like these comic cards. This thing is now worth $1.25. I have like 1,000 of them, but who's gonna take the time to find buyers for all of them? I've thought about letting them go, but right now I'm just content to hoard them. So, whiskey became my favorite. It wasn't always my favorite, but it is now. So, what's the deal with APR? Are people talking about the month of April? Or are they talking about refinancing their home? I don't even know what APR stands for. Alright, so we're going to go to renaming now. When places get new names, how do we feel about that? I was in Alaska a couple years ago. Met a couple Backstreet Boys. Fun times. Denali, the tallest mountain in North America. Denali, it's called Denali. That's what everybody called it before. And then some president, he was okay, Willie McKinley, never went there. But let's honor him by naming this massive, literally called a massif with IFF. It's an enormous amount of land above surface. Let's name it Mount McKinley. And nobody really cared, and there's not all that many people in Alaska, especially around Denali. It's a very hostile environment. Did go on a hike there. It was pretty cool, but I don't care. Call it both. Call it McDenali. I don't know. There's another place in Denver called Central Park now. It was called Stapleton, but Stapleton is a registered KKK member. They had a vote. They all voted, and I liked Skyview, but I wasn't one of they because I don't live in the neighborhood, so it ended up as Central Park. It's not very central. It's not the best name, but it's called that. We did have another win with a big mountain called Mount Evans. Mount Evans is right here. We'll get there. It's called Mount Blue Sky, and I need to keep saying Mount Blue Sky. That one did go through. We like Mount Blue Sky because it's gorgeous. It's the same mountain I saw every day on my way to school, coming down Dartmouth Hill. Oh, so blessed childhood. But a lot of the time I was hoarding because not all my friends understood me. So I'm working through this, and I'm reframing. I'm trying to cut down on my drinking. That was a symptom of my hoarding. That was a symptom of my loneliness. And I have help now, so hopefully I can live a good second half of my life with what I have and with the protection of God, because Mephisto's not my soul. But after that 30 seconds, I went, God imbued me with the desire to live again and to do better. So that's a very personal story, and it's true. Okay, I don't want this to run forever. This is the worst one. This is the tightest shirt I actually have. And last time I showed you the hoard that I didn't put on. I even tried to put this one on, but I'm doing the back over thing again because it seems to be working better. Yeah, and then my virtual hoard started with just making lists of all my comic books, comic cards, and everything. I think I'm getting 2 at once. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what happens. So, okay, I got 2. Oh, that's so much better. This was the other one I took off. This was given to me by my husband. That's right, I'm a husband. It's so nice to say. I always wanted to be married. I loved The Little Mermaid. I didn't know if I was going to be Ariel or Eric or the dog, but I was like, I want to have a wedding like that on a boat. Well, it was on a fjord and it was real. It wasn't just a storyboard from Disney. And yeah, now I wear my ring with pride. I have another one that's a silicone ring that's not here right now. I used to have walls of bottles and cans to just hoard the memories. I even drove out to Indiana with all the cans I was saving over like 2 years of college. I'm like, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna hoard these aluminum cans because they're valuable. Well, I ended up driving out to Indiana from Chicago, Northwestern, Evanston, and I think I made like $15. It wasn't quite the win I was hoping to for how much scrap aluminum is worth. And I crushed them all, and I had a big can crushing party. So I still kept one of each can in high school. It's called my wall of whoop ass. It's just a bunch of cans, and you say, I'm gonna open up a can of whoop ass on you. Well, I called it my wall of whoop ass because it's a whole bunch of cans. But I haven't even been able to organize them, and they're not like. I was trying to display them as artwork, and they're not. They're kind of in a mess on the ground. So I need to mount them a little better. It got so heavy that all the cans started falling over. But they were hammered into rectangles and taped together. But once you get up to like 14 levels, like the tape just can't hold the aluminum. And I'm working on fixing that too. You don't, unless you're a hoarder like me, try to make purpose out of everything. See an aluminum can and be like, I'm going to find value in this. It's just a different way of thinking that a lot of people don't understand. But most people are hoarders. I mean, you like a good deal. This freestyle shirt's pretty nice. I do like it, and I'm getting down to the bottom. Okay, so what else do I have to show you? Now, this is a little biased because I did this yesterday, and I didn't get very far, so I'm going to get a little farther, but this is called my dead box. It's a way of hoarding. I learned this from my friend, Spencer Evans, like 20 years ago. He's like, you have to keep stuff, just have one box of stuff that you know you can die with. So it's technically overflowing now because this was out here too, but these are all pictures. I'm not going to go through them. Picture hoarding is a very interesting concept because it usually doesn't take up that much room, and I have many friends who are digital picture hoarders, and that takes up even less room, but it still clutters. So I'm just going to show you more of my clutter. I got into Pokemon when it came out, and I played for 3 years, and then I quit for 4 years, and then I started again when I was going through my recovery. I just make lists and lists and lists of shit. This is my evolution list of all the Pokemon. I can use a lucky egg and maximize my experience points. It's just a hoarding. I've caught, I don't remember, between like Pokestops, it's in the hundreds of thousands. I don't think I've gotten, I think it's in the hundreds of thousands. Why do I have to hoard a virtual Pokemon? I don't get it. Like, it can be fun, and I've been shutting it down lately when I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need to work on this Pokemon hoard. It's causing me anxiety. You know, hoarders get anxious with managing their belongings, and as you can see, I have some of those issues as well. And it's not always funny, but it can be funny when I complain about the fact that I have 34 sports shirts. That's not even including my t-shirts, my cotton t-shirts, my button-up shirts, my dress shirts, my sweaters. I just have so many clothes. I don't have so many clothes. My clothes hoard isn't too bad. It doesn't weigh me down that much. But as we go through this dead box, it's already biased because yeah. Alright, this one I actually really like. I don't wear this shirt enough. It's kind of sexy, isn't it? It has like this ambiguous triple blue. It's navy blue, by the way. Navy blue stripes. Oh look, I just want to play with my hoard. I got these all at Bingo. It's free advertisement. Look at all this stuff I got. What am I going to do with it? I have actually been leaving a lot of this junk, this swag they give out, you know, at booths and prizes. I have not been hoarding it as bad because I'm tired of this stuff and I'm not bringing stuff in unless I know I'm taking stuff out. So, in this dead box, I already got through 4 things that I don't want to show you because they're personal and sensitive, but they don't belong in my dead box. I don't. When I die, I don't need people to look at these things and be like, "Oh, this is what really mattered to Tori." I can purge these, I'm letting these 4 things go, but there might be more I can let go. So, in this hoard, there's let's see here. There's pictures. There's stamps. There's caricatures. I don't even know. I have like stuff I just don't want to let go yet. But I said I'm letting go of those 4 things. This hologram thing is super cool. It's upside down. I've hoarded this. It was a birthday present when I was like 10. And I was like, I just want to keep this super groovy planet hologram image. And I am going to. A postcard from Tower Bridge. Yeah, I was there. It's not even from anybody. This is debatable. I'm not actually sure. Another postcard. This one, I don't know. I can spend forever going through this stuff, but I won't because I do want to end up this thing, Praha. Ooh, this one is from somebody I care about, so I'm going to keep that one. Oh, look, I took a picture when I was on the ship with some crew members. How important is this? Picture hoards don't weigh that much. This one's so cute. When my cousins were visiting. I know, I have more. This is my 3rd grade class. They don't weigh that much. This box is like 25 pounds. Like, I'm allowed to hoard that much. Then there's all these other pictures. I don't even know. I have some birthday cards in here. Arctic Circle crossing. That actually didn't happen when I was in Alaska. That happened when I was in Iceland during our elopement last year on the way to Norway. Check out my fancy ring. It has meteorite in it. This has elements in it that are older than the Earth's formation. It's like 7 billion year old stone. Alright, what's left? I don't have that much time. I have some national park things. They don't weigh that much. What's this one? It's my birth announcement. They saved one for me. Look at this, another portrait. I can't get rid of them. This one's not even that good. Like, sure. Eyes don't really look like that. Face doesn't really look like that. Kind of got the ears. Eyebrows. It's okay. I need to keep this forever. I don't know. It's 1 sheet of paper. My concert stub tickets. They matter to me. But some of them are shitty. Like, why can't I let them go? It wasn't even a good show. Like, do I have to keep these ticket stubs? I was at the first Rockies game at Coors Field. No, this is the first one at Mile High Stadium. Sorry. I'm such a Rockies fan, and they're really awful. So, sadly, I don't have a lot of allegiance to the Rockies at the moment, although I have been to a couple games. I will root for the Colorado Rockies some of the time. Oh, okay, I'm getting there. Now, this is my favorite of the long sleeves. I only have 5 long sleeve sporty shirts, so this hoard isn't too bad. Photo albums. How much? I'm trying to keep this more reasonably short because I'm not even done yet, but okay. I have my photo album. It's not even full, so I got to go through and finish it. It starts with my bar mitzvah. I became a Jewish man in 1995, and I was in Israel, and the Jewish God was like, now you're a man, and I drank wine, and then they're like, now you can't drink legally again, at least in the United States, for like 9 years, and I'm like, that's not fair. God just said I'm a man, let me drink. So that prohibition always leads to like more abuse from what you're trying to prohibit. Prohibition does not work. Let's raise the drinking age to 30. I'm sure that'll save the world. Lots of pictures. In my dead box, I almost died when I was 22. Maybe Mephisto saved me in this one. This was my car, what it looked like after the rollover. It was not my fault, but I did survive 22 barely. I had all my eyes. That is blood clots. That is not makeup. I was in a sling. It's not a fun time at all. I was not drinking. It was not alcohol related. Yeah, do I want to keep trauma in my dead box? There's only 7 pictures of the broken car and the broken body. I don't know. I got some picture horror to work through. Ooh, look it. I met Julie Benz. She's this actress in some show that I was a dance marathon at Northwestern, and she was there to support us. We raised like a lot of money. Right. I wrote this when I was 7 years old. Yeah, my family are hoarders. I can't even... It says, Dear Tooth Fairy, I lost my tooth at school in the morning when I was running in to put it in an envelope. I dropped it and in the sandbox, and I couldn't find it, so could you please still give me money? Love, Tori Leviton. Yeah. It's one of a kind. Nobody else is going to have this with that handwriting. That misspelling of dropped, etc. Oh, there's so much. What's this one? I've been throwing stuff in this box now for 10 years. Now that it's full, I even have to put some of it. Here's all my tennis memories. See, I started being all sporty in life, and that's why I wanted all these nice jerseys and stuff. I can't do it. I can't get that far. I'm not going to have enough time to get through this. I can't even get through this horde. I'm going to have to do it again. I even tried harder the second time. I told you this is the second day I've done this. I have all these Israel pictures, and this is complete. And it's from Grandma Rosie. It was for Grandma Rosie, but when she died, I took it because it was my bar mitzvah. They got her to Israel. More cruise stuff. I got this ticket to Phantom of the Opera. That'll be added to my ticket hoard. I threw it in independently. What about this? What about this? Do I keep my brother and I's like 4th grade fancy Olin Mills pictures from school? I don't know. I can't even. I need to get through this box. I have my cards. I have a lift card from the ski thing. Cards are easy to hoard. They don't weigh very much. Here's more cards that I'm hoarding. I'm not even opening this up. National Honor Society, like I really need that. Get my medallions, my comic book stuff. Oh, like this really needs to go to the grave with me. This fancy chrome comic book villain card. I don't know. Actually, only 2 of them are villains. So, I'm going to spend more tonight trying to wrap up going through my hoard in this dead box. It's actually organized quite well, but now I have to go through it all. Most of it's pictures. I didn't realize that. Or drawings or cards. This is in here. I didn't remember. Oh, I totally need this. Surprise. I knew this was in here. This is my progress report. This is my grades. This is my report card. Oh, I'm trying so hard. It was just so good, and it was one of a kind, and then it has comments on the back, and sorry, the glare is kind of bad, so I'm working on that. I'm not working on that. You just can't see it that well, and I'm not going to sit there to correct it. Alright, so I'm almost done. I have one last layer to peel. Alright, I ended up wearing this shirt last night after I did this bit in a very different order with different jokes, but no, it's totally not. This is the one I ended up at the bottom, but this is the one that I'm able to let go. This is the shirt that I wore 3 days ago and realized it's not me. I like tequila, but it's not my drink, as I'm gonna have some whiskey. I also, if I am gonna drink tequila, it's not Jose Cuervo. Tradicional is not very good. This is Bushmills, and I'm hoarding right now my memory of drinking Bushmills while making the show. There's actually one last level, and that's me underneath it all. I'm trying hard to get in shape, stay in shape. After my accident, I was pretty damaged, but yeah, so on my right side I have wind. Here's earth. My original tattoo is these two, the yin-yangs on the separated. They're not together because it's my job in life to try to bring them together. Then we have the other side, the fire. This is where I broke my shoulder in the car accident. And this is the water. I struggle with this one the most. And hoarding drinking statistics is not good for my aquatic health. So here I am wishing you all happy Pride, and I hope you enjoy this. Don't worry, I have more hoard to work through. I have all these jokes that I did not work into this show. There's even some on the other side of this page that I didn't work into the show. So I did manage to get rid of 6 little slips like this size of jokes I wrote. I'm such a good purger, but I'll keep working. I'll keep working on reframing. I want to wish you all a happy Pride. And I have one closing comment. I'm going to wait for the laughter to end on this one because it's serious. 12-sided man. I'm funny part of the time, but most of my sides aren't that comedic. All right. Here's a manifesto for my Pride Month edition. I don't expect us all to conform to arbitrary standards of behavior and tolerance. I do expect us all to attempt reasonable communication with each other respectfully. We are basically 98% the same. Like, do you know how genetics work? Like, y'all have shoulders. That makes us 2% similar. And you go to the rest of the body, we're all 50% similar, okay? Then you go to lifestyles. We all have to eat. We all have to poop. Let's manage our physical stuff to make room for more love. I have so much love, and this stuff just gets in my way. So I am reframing. I told you I went to a meeting for the first time today to reframe, to mediate, and to be the best version of me that I can. I hope you found some enjoyment in this. I don't expect another episode for about another year, but I did have fun doing it, even though this was take 2, despite me not wanting to have to take a take 2. And have a wonderful, wonderful existence. Comment below and subscribe and refer and share. Thank you all.